What's up, people? Welcome to it. Welcome to another toy hunt, and we are at i5 Retro, guys. Was gonna do this in the last video, decided no, let's give it a little more respect than that. Let's go ahead and make it its own video. So that's why we're here. We're gonna see what they got, see if there's anything good. I know they've started getting toys recently, so we'll see if there's any of that. You're gonna see a lot of pops in here, so hope you're okay with that, because that's the main thing that they specialize in, as you can see right there. So let's do it. Let's head on inside. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Hope you guys enjoy this hunt. See you inside. All right, guys. i5 Retro, guys. As we walk in, greeted by Batman, of course. Also, check out the sail barge. Very, very cool. Got a couple of pops in there. This thing is probably a good, I'd say 3.5, 4 feet long. I mean, it doesn't do you justice at all. I was very taken back when I walked in and saw this sail barge, but that is super cool. Kind of going through things, you're gonna notice a lot of rare pops in here and stuff, and I did talk with the owners. They are expanding more towards toys, so from what I understand, a lot of the front of the store is going to be pops, and then the back of the store is going to be toys and stuff. But check out these. I love that Joker, $600, but I do love that. The Batman looks very cool as well. And then of course we got a lot of signed pops and that sort of thing in here. Let's take another look at that sail barge. That thing is just absolutely amazing. Very cool. We also got the fried Marshmallow Man with the Slimer there as well, which is really cool. And then, like I said, a lot of signed pops in here as well. And then as we turn around, we got a lot of art, a lot of it signed. We got Sam there, good old Sam. And then a lot of anime pieces here in this glass case, which is seriously nice glass case. I'd love to have one of those. But so there's some of the art. The RAF, got the Hall of Justice up there. They are getting in more vintage toys, so hopefully we run across some of those. I'll definitely show those to you guys as we're going along here. And then we've got, I'm not sure what's up with that Mandalorian helmet, but that's pretty cool too. Battle Corps Vintage Joe. That's freaking cool. And then we're gonna run across a lot of Star Wars. There's a sealed Bib Fortuna, sealed Obi-Wan, very cool there. Up above we got some more Joe. Some more Joes. We've got some vintage Joes right through there as well. And we're gonna just do it room by room. So let's go ahead and start in this room. These rooms are kind of motion activated, I think. There we go. Perfect. Got a couple of newer figures there. There's the Joker's Batman. And then we've got some die cast as well. There, the Power Rangers, pretty cool right there. That looks good. And then mostly just die cast in this room. Mork and Mindy. Come on, who don't like Mork and Mindy? And yeah, everything in there, all sealed. And then as you walk around on the table here, got a ton more die cast. And from what I understand, there's going to be more die cast. So, all right, let's see what else we can find. All right, next room. This is probably going to be the sweet spot room. I did notice this as we walked into this room. I was hoping that was a different one, but that's Grievous, $35. Great deal for that. That's about what it's going for. And then we've got some vintage Masters as well. We got He-Man. These look like they're in really good condition. There's Merman, Clawful. These are all around 30 to 40. What's this Boba Fett? Let's take a look at this real quick. Is this the die cat? I'm not sure what Boba Fett that is. Interesting. Huh. Okay. And then Skeletor for vintage as well. Got some Thor. Also got some DC superheroes. Always good to see those. And then even some newer stuff. MJF and What If, Iron Man. That's what I'm trying to say. Lot of Hot Wheels as well. I mean, there you go. Look at that. Let's see what they got over here. And as far as toys, okay. So we've got some vintage Star Wars. I really want to get into vintage Star Wars, so I might actually be taking a look at this. But let's see what else we got here. So they got some Build-A-Figure pieces. So if you guys are looking for Build-A-Figure pieces, they've got plenty of those. They've got some loose Marvel Legends. Got John Hammond collection. This one is really hard to find. I haven't seen him in a long time. Wow, they even got that one too. These are pricey, $125 and $150, but rare Transformers. What else we got here? Also got Heavy Mandalorian. He's 30. That's to be expected. We've got Mando himself, Leia. There's a Hondu. Hondu for 30. It's not terrible. Probably won't do it, but that's not terrible. It's another Mando. Looking at some of these. Okay, so I actually need this guy right here. 12 bucks. We're going to be grabbing him. I actually need Greedo too. 20. We'll probably grab him. So yeah, we're running across. Oh, actually need one of those. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of Black Series here that I'm probably going to be getting that are loose. Because, yeah, he's got a bunch that I need. Also got some vintage, like I said. Also got some loose Transformers as well. Hot Rod. Diaclone. Vintage Transformers. Oh boy. Now we're talking. Okay. And then some of the commemorative as well. This is not good for my wallet, guys. You guys know me and Transformers. This is not a good thing. Let's see what else we got here. Beast Wars. See, I'm definitely gonna have to dig through this more. Also got a bunch of DC Multiverse down there. Giant Kylo Ren. And I haven't actually seen these yet. These are the 6-inch X-Men as well. So yeah, a lot of good stuff on this back wall that I'm definitely going to be spending some time going through here. And I really like how they've gotten to toys more. The rest of this room is pretty much die-cast, so let's see. I already have that. That one's cool too. Let's see what else we can find, but we're definitely going to be hitting some stuff on that one. All right, so like they were telling me, each room is kind of put out to where it's by specific characterizations. So this is the Disney room's got all the Disney pops. I'm not going to show you every one because there's way too many to show you guys, but this is the Disney room. Kind of got a little bit of everything pop wise in here. Also got Kylo Ren's shuttle, Lego shuttle there too. So this is the Disney room. Let's go ahead and move on to the next room. All right. Here is the Star Wars room. Again, it's just straight up pops except for the Admiral Akbar. One other cool thing that they do in here is they've got vintage vehicles up hanging from the ceilings and also got some helmets there too. Of course, they're still working on things, but I think this is going to be a really solid store once they're complete. Got some of the bigger pops down there as well. And I just turned around and noticed vintage Omega Supreme. So, and vintage G.I. Joe, and oh boy, yeah, pretty cool. And this is also the main room that you walk into as well, so you've got tons of pops, and then of course, like I said, you've got a lot more items hanging from the ceiling. You've got Stryker, you've got Destroy All Humans, you've got another Stryker, you've got choppers, you've got a Star Destroyer, and then you've also got E.T. and Megatron as well. So you've got all that too, but more vintage stuff. Vintage Captain Power. Holy crap, there's a Captain Power in there. Amazing. And we've also got Squishmallows. I can't talk today. And then up here we've got Alf. Look at all the vintage Alf. Vintage costumes from way back in the day. The rest is all going to be pops. So like I said, amount of toys, not going to be a ton. There's actually some more toys right here. Let's check it out. Over by the bathroom. Not seeing too much here. Looks like they have some old Beast Wars. And then there's a really nice Hulk poster there. That looks cool. And then we've got a Gamerverse Hulk. It's 25. And then some more Walking Dead as well. Let's see what else we can turn up. There's a Rattler hanging from the ceiling. Let's see, the more I look around, the more I see more vintage stuff up. You got to look up high. I'm starting to notice that. You got to look up high. Also got the Frost Cane up there. Let's go ahead and go into this room. This room looks to be, let's see if we can figure it out. It looks like music and, yeah, music-wise. Skeleton. And then just a lot of pops, which I'm not going to go over all these. There's no way. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find here. More Pops. Seen again. Look at that. There's a Cobra battle game there. That's vintage. That's really nice. More Pops here. This is all going to be Assassin's Creed and video games. And then back here, it's going to be Godfather movies, that type of thing as well. I'm going to guess this is our Marvel room. Let's go ahead and check it out in here. As soon as lights, there's the lights. Look at the amount of Marvel. Insane. Carnage. Team Stark. Just an insane amount of Marvel stuff. There's, of course, the Shield. This is why we did this as a separate video, guys. It's just, there's too much here. We wouldn't do it justice without it being its own video. So let's see what else we got here. Going through vintage G.I. Joe lunchbox. Check that out. Nice. And then it looks like Pops the rest of the way. So yeah, I mean, just a ton of Pops. But really cool store, guys. I definitely recommend it. Actually, I have that Joker. I was gonna look at him. Actually, I recommend you guys coming to the store, checking it out, seeing what they got. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and go through the toys. There's a look at the front. He's got a Proton Pack and Predator and all that stuff as well. So I want to go back through the toys. I'll get back with you guys in a little bit and go over some stuff. All right, guys, I must have done something right because I got the back door treatment here. So this is where all the toys are. This is where they're setting up. So they've got a lot of graded stuff back here. Graded turtles. These are 300 a piece. All pretty much mint. Yeah, we might actually have to do a voiceover on this. The music will probably get me in a... We'll see. Got helmets. And a lot more up there. Also a lot more vintage down here. Let's see what we got. So we got a couple of Gamorrean guards. We got some Joes. We've got a Devastator for $275. We got some A-Team. We got some Cowboys. We got some Princess of Power. She-Ra, Catra. Cy Snoodle Band. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Very cool stuff. Then coming up here, you can kind of see... You know, I don't know if that's a rocket firing Boba Fett. It could be. I really don't know. Got a lot of good stuff over here as well. Let's see. And then we've got vintage Transformers. Nothing that I can afford, but man, I sure wish I could. There's a sealed Jetfire. There's a Sunstreaker, Inferno, Hound, Bruticus, Dirge. Unbelievable. Good stuff. Also got Hoist, Astro Train, Ratchet. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Skywarp, Thundercracker. And then vintage. More vintage Joe vehicles. And through here, vintage Millennium Falcon as well. And then let's take a look at some more modern stuff. So yeah, here we go. This is what we're looking for out here, people. They got a Commander Fox. I don't have $70. I actually got that Django. I don't need that Django, but they got that Django. $15 for a Stormtrooper Commander. Yeah. All right, so now we're rocking. I might have to reconsider my decisions, but a lot more Star Wars. One of the best ones ever. Thing is phenomenal. Love that figure. Yeah, just a lot more stuff. Commander Fox, you don't see him every day. I'm not buying them, but you don't see them every day. Also got Power Rangers. Got NECA. Coming on, we got some more modern stuff right through here. More loosies over here. Everything. The other thing that's great about the loose ones, everything's bagged, so you know what you're getting. And I'll tell you what, everything vintage is in great condition as well. Looking over here, you're going to see a little bit more vintage Annie, and then some Star Wars and some model kits. Predator, Robin Hood Battle Wagon. That's insane right there. And then Avengers and Barbies. Let's come on over to the last section over here, see what else we got. Got some Spawn AVP. There's that 5-pack. There's a quarter scale Michael Myers. Bunch of the old 12-inch Star Wars and Joe's. They even got a Storm Collectibles Kintaro. Look at that. You don't see that every day either. $140 for a Kintaro, but again, you don't see that every day. It's funny because I was just about to leave and she's like, did you go to the garage? It's like, what's in the garage? This is what's in the garage, guys. So there you go. A lot more Power of the Force stuff down there too. A lot of vehicles, a lot of old stuff. Tauntaun and Luke. Here's an elusive one. 120, but that's to be expected for that. Also, talk about elusive. Check this out. Hoth Battle from Star Wars Power of the Force. $50. Awesome. Absolutely beautiful. And then over on this side, we got more die cast. So, awesome store, guys. They're doing a great job. I'll catch you in the car. All right, guys, that's it done. I don't usually come across this problem, but money was the problem for me in that store. So let me give you a couple of little things that they were telling me as I was in there. First of all, customer service is phenomenal. So if you're in the OKC area, if you're visiting, whatever it might be, definitely put this one on your list. High Five Retro Guys off of Meridian and I-40. Couple things that they were saying to me. They do have a layaway program, and I told her she shouldn't have told me that because that's going to cause problems for me. Layaway, the way it works, if you're a new customer, $100 to start with. So you get a $100 credit, you pay 10% a month. So if you're after something that's $100, you only have to pay 10% a month. That's how I understood it. I mean, you can't beat that. How many collectible stores offer layaway? Not many. Not many at all. And then the back room, the garage that we went into that I didn't even know about it, they're like, hey, let's take you back there. I was like, okay, is this like a secret room? You're not going to like kill me or something, are you? But no. And I failed to miss something for you guys. They had an entire wall of vintage Star Wars and G.I. Joe in those little plastic containers, but the prices were a little wacky, to be honest with you. But I did get some stuff. I've wanted to start doing something for a while. Haven't mentioned it on the channel, but it's been up in the old noggin for a while. So this is kind of what we started. And I know a lot of guys and a lot of people are doing this. I'm going to save him for last because he's the best one. But vintage Star Wars. I want to get a little more into vintage Star Wars. Certain ones that I had as a kid that I want to definitely get back. Bossk. $10. Doesn't have his gun. I'm not worried about them being complete. If they're complete, great. I mean, he's in nearly perfect condition. He doesn't have his gun, but he's $10. So Bossk, yes, awesome. Very happy to have him. Next one does have his gun, so he was slightly more. I actually never had. Wait, maybe I did have him. Reyes with the gun, $15. Not bad at all. Also like it how they're in these things, you know, a lot of stores starting to do this where they've got them laid out, they're nicely displayed, and you kind of know exactly what you're getting. His paint apps are pretty damn solid. I mean, there's not much wrong with him. And then, come on, we cannot have a vintage collection without the man, the Lord Vader. $10. Doesn't have a saber. Not worried about it. Don't care. I mean, his paint is nearly flawless. Looks awesome. So there you go. Those are the three. I could have spent $1,000 in there. Thousands of dollars. Vintage Transformers, vintage G.I. Joe, vintage Star Wars, some modern stuff. But if you're after vintage and you're in the Oklahoma City area, hit it up. Hit these guys up anyway. Super nice, super helpful. I will be back, and I will be back soon. They told me within a week the store is going to be fully done. So we'll come back. We'll do another video, another overview of the finished product. And definitely pump these guys up like we do everybody else in this area. So there you go. Something a little different. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe, like it. Do all those things. You guys know how I roll. That's how it is. If you guys enjoyed it, remember, sometimes vintage is the way to go. So there you go. You guys have a good one. I will see you on the next one. Later.